Good morning, Steeler Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. It is my time of 9:49 p.m. I just recorded a whole video, but my camera was going funny, so I'm going to do it again. And in this video, guys, it's your morning in America. I'm going to give like a shout out and a bit of a send off to the quarterbacks. That was Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph, and they both had like little statements that I'm going to read out, and they're a tad bit different. I understand the fans' frustration over Kenny Pickett now. I've been reading more, doing more research, and I finally understand that, yes, it wasn't the best look leaving town and saying when Russell Wilson got here that he put his hand up and said, "Coach, trade me, get rid of me." And you know what? The Steelers said, "Okay, if you don't want to be here, you're gone. We'll stamp that approval and walk out the door, and now you're an Eagle." So I'm slowly seeing that. I don't have any hate towards Kenny Pickett. I don't have any hate towards Mason Rudolph, anything like that. I do wish them both luck in their careers. The same time, we're putting a final bow on those guys. And when we do that, coming into the offseason, it's now Russell Wilson time, and it's also Justin Fields time. And when I say that too, I had no idea that the Pittsburgh Steelers would go and get Wilson or they go and get Fields. Like, I've got about 6 videos saying that the Pittsburgh Steelers will not trade for Justin Fields, because what I thought was going to happen was stick with Kenny Pickett and then bring Mason Rudolph back. But Omar Khan said, no, we want to be aggressive. We want to be competitive. And they've gone out and got the trade for a 6th-round pick, maybe a 4th, depending how far if Fields plays, I think like 51%. So that threw me for, like, a dead set got 6 videos that said, well, no. It's not going to happen. And here we are going into the draft very soon, but a month away, with Russell Wilson for a 1-year contract, 1.2, and Justin Fields for a trade. And possibly he could be the long-term future. But I still think it's a long way away from that. We still need to see how he plays in the offseason, see how he handles being back up to Russell Wilson. Now, here it is. I want to give a shout out to Mason Rudolph and also with Kenny Pickett. See the differences between thank you goodbyes to Pittsburgh. Here we go. For the past 6 seasons, it's been a privilege to be a part of the Pittsburgh community and also represent the Pittsburgh Steelers. To my teammates, coaches, staff, Art Rooney, the Rooney family, Thomas Toll, Larry Paul, and the rest of the Steelers organization. Thank you for changing my life forever 6 years ago when you gave me the opportunity to wear the black and gold. To the fans, your love and passion for the team is what makes it so special to play here. I would never forget playing in front of Yins, and one final time this past December. All the best, Mason Rudolph. Now, it's kind of cool, right? Gave a shout out to his team. He gave a shout out to Pittsburgh. He gave a shout out to the fans, coaches. Pretty awesome. Mason Rudolph was a Steeler for 6 years. It's been a quick 6 years. Like, what's that? 2018. We had Big Ben back then. We've seen Trubisky come around. We've had 2 years of Kenny Pickett. It's been quite a crazy ride, and not all the time that when he's saying thank you to the organization, did the organization do the best for Mason Rudolph in many fans' eyes? Like, going back a few years, they probably should have started Mason Rudolph and not even brought in Trubisky because he was awful, right? Kenny Pickett could have been behind Mason Rudolph and then see what happened. At the same time, though, the fan base was like, we need to see Kenny Pickett play. They started Trubisky when he played and failed. They put Pickett in, and then as that kind of failed out too, we saw what happened last year when both players were either playing awful or benched or injured. You got Rudolph to have his chance. He went on a 3-game stretch, which now lands him a job in Tennessee. And he might be fighting for either a 1 or QB2, but at least he has a contract with another team for another year, going into 7 years. And most players in the NFL, it's like a 3-year deal, then we're out, right? So it's pretty cool to see that. Mason Rudolph, 6 years here. He's a part of, I guess, like Steelers black and gold lore. Thanks us for our passion, thanks us for our support, and he'll never forget playing in front of Yins. But let's turn the tables or flip the coin, because on the other side, Kenny Pickett, who feels like maybe one of the most hated blokes or players in recent history for the Steelers, it didn't end the way it was kind of meant to. It was kind of cool and crazy to see him get drafted, crack beers on stage. He got married, got things sorted out. Rookie, can he live up to, Big Ben's hype, all that kind of stuff. And his first year was filled with jumping in. Trubisky went, see you later. Pickett came in. You had injuries here and there. Had a few successes with the Raiders game and Ravens game. Stuff like that was kind of fun. And we gave him the bye. We're like, it's cool. We hopefully we can see more than him. I understand some fans didn't give him the bye. Some fans are like, you know what? He sucks. He's terrible. Fair enough. You got your wish. Second year, nothing really changed. And that's why the organization went to go and get a Russell Wilson to come in and hopefully spark something, be more aggressive, get some points, some TDs, and win games, right? But here is Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett says this: "Thank you, Pittsburgh. I came to the city 7 years ago. My life changed forever. Grateful for all the amazing people I was fortunate enough to cross paths with, and for all those who supported me along the way. I made lifelong friendships and relationships that I would cherish. Now I'm honored and excited for the next opportunity in my career to be able to play for a team that helped me find my love for the game. Go Birds." And one big thing too, one big takeaway is TJ Watt 90 says, "Big things ahead for you, brother." Now, I don't hold any real grudges against the player, the man. If I met Kenny Pickett at a bar, I'd shake his hand and buy him a beer and say, "Thanks, mate. It's all cool," right? That's just the kind of guy I am. If you want to hate him for the rest of your Steelers life, that's up to you. But I do wish him luck, and we're finally putting a bow on it. Mason Rudolph said his goodbye. Kenny Pickett said his goodbye. And now it's time to turn really towards Russell Wilson being QB1 and also Justin Fields. And here's what I want to kind of like shift the momentum of this Steelers talk as we go forward. QB1, I think, is going to be Russell Wilson. I think this team will back him for that contract. I think he's more, of course, a veteran, Hall of Fame QB. I saw him working out today, and he put up this picture too. So he worked out, and I think he had this to say: "Love the work. The best is ahead." Right? And he was doing, I think, passes in the field and dropping back and doing, play action passes, all that kind of stuff. It reminded me of like when Big Ben had his comeback tour and Juju said, "We're back," or "He's back." And it was like getting really hyped for the season. We're now like March. We're about a 1 month away from the draft. Omar Khan's still got to go out there, get a receiver, maybe get some centers or right tackles or safeties or whatever. He's not done yet in this period. For the first wave, he's gone whoosh, see you later, and we signed so many players. Omar Khan isn't done yet, but now it feels like that it's Russell Wilson's team, and he's getting ready in the offseason, going through workout drills, getting his body ready, and it's going to be crazy to see him, personally, to see him in a black and gold uniform. I still can't even picture together that we both have Russell Wilson and a chance now too that they traded away the 6th round pick to get a pretty look. He's to me, I did bag him out a lot with Justin Fields. I made over 6 videos saying that he won't come here, but I was more bagging out that the Steelers won't go and do it because they don't normally do these things. A lot of fans out there saying now, well, it's not your dad's Steelers. It's the new Steelers in 2024. So Russell Wilson looks like the guy who could be a short-term at quarterback solution, and maybe, just maybe, that Justin Fields can be a long-term solution. 25 years of age. Yes, he's got tons of interceptions. Yes, he's got lots of fumbles, but hopefully in this offense, he can turn it around. He can learn from Russell Wilson and also learn from Arthur Smith and that kind of offense too. If Arthur Smith can make Ryan Tannehill work, why can't he make Justin Fields work? I'm still kind of stuck in that situation too. Like, how 2 weeks ago, you wouldn't have thought that you would both get Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. And now we've said goodbye to Mason Rudolph, all the best. Trubisky's a Bill again. Kenny Pickett's an Eagle. And now it's really time to focus on, can Russell Wilson, deliver the goods in this season, get him some pieces. And then if Justin Fields is happy to back up behind him, it's going to be a very exciting season. Anyways, that's kind of my video for today. If you do, like the channel, support it, sub, all those cool things. Later on today in the afternoon, I have got a podcast with 2 fellas from the Triple B Experience who we talking just all this kind of stuff, all Steelers talk. It's fantastic. But thank you, Mason. And I guess goodbye, Kenny Pickett. I'll see you guys later.